sniffle too. Okay, you can go ahead and start putting some of those in those holes there.
All of them?
Yeah. Yeah, go for it.
Is that a hole?
No, no, right there. It's good. Hi, Newfoundland and Labrador. Welcome to On the Bonne Vista with Phil Kiley. And today my assistant is Julia. We're transplanting tree onions that I started, well, a couple of months ago. A little bit too early. I started them in just egg cartons and toilet paper rolls. But this is a tree onion, or otherwise known as an Egyptian walking onion. And it's a perennial. So it comes back and year after year. Now I started with one plant from Eastport Organics 3 years ago, and I've built up my stock now to the point where I have 2 dozen plants, and even a few plants will produce in the summer a bunch of what's called bulblets, and they look just like regular onion sets, and they go in the ground, but they don't go in the spring. They go in the fall, the same time we're planting garlic, and so that makes them maintenance free once they're in the ground in the fall. Now you can harvest the onion itself. It's much like a leek. Um, at the end of the year, or you can leave it in the ground and just pull it as you need it up until the ground freezes solid, and then you'll have to pull it and store it. If you want to use the onion part of it, and if you want to make some bulblets to increase your crop, then you just let them go, and they'll come back the next year. That stuff, it'll divide itself and start to spread itself. So in 3 years now, this year, we'll be able to have the full year supply of onions and green onions, because you can get them off these two, and you can also eat the bulblets too as they come out, and just treat them as the small pearl onion. What I'm going to try this year is I usually just peel them and throw them in stir fries like that. They're really good, quite sweet and mild. But hey, where are you going with that? And so we'll also have a crop of these. I think probably one plant will do 40 or 50 of these bulblets each year. And then so it splits probably 2 or 3 times if you leave it in the ground. And so in the second year, you're probably looking at 100 bulblets of these. So you can have quite a few meals out of those too from your onion crop. Get a few more of these in the ground, and then we'll go check on the other ones on how the rest of the crop is going. We'll pull these apart. There you go. Get those, pull them apart. I'm also going to put some of these bulblets straight into the ground too. That's how it's normally done in the fall. I'll go behind here where Julia's, or I'll go behind Julia there and plant some on the outside row of this. Can you get the rest of those ones, please, Julia?
These?
Yes, see the other 4 holes there? Yeah, that's it. So I'm going to put a few in pots too if any of my neighbors want to try some of these edible perennials. Low maintenance crop. Sustainable. Let's get some of this kelp and sprinkle over them. The worms will eat the cardboard. So here's the great-grandmother plant that came from Eastport Organics 3 years ago. It was a single 6-inch pot, single plant. In a 6-inch pot, as you can see, it's divided 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, a dozen plants there maybe now it's divided into. And from that great-grandmother came all the bulblets that made my 2 dozen plants, and now it's going to be producing thousands of bulblets and hundreds of onions. You're going to dig down there, aren't you? You might remember this garden from my introductory video. What did I say? Gooseberry or something, I think there. I'm not quite sure. There's horseradish, 3 types of chives, and the rest is the Egyptian walking onion. Julia's trying to transport them all around. Thanks for watching.